Zambia's small-scale farmers have long been feeding the nation, but climate change is rewriting the rules of survival. In the south, relentless droughts. In the north, unpredictable floods. The land is slipping away, and with it, the future of those who tend it.
Tenze kulima ife timakamba makopa timakamba vyakaka vonse vinasira tenze kulima vivimbi tenze kulima malichele vonse vo bameni kamba vinasira kamba kachani ka climate change vitunguza vonse tenze kudya ivi ni mapira tenze kulima so yonse jambeu ya mapira yenzofuna vula yambili but these days mapira aja atali ya white unotinaleka kulima kamba kachani ka climate change.
In the heart of Rufunsa district, where climate change has long cast its shadow over fields and families, a quiet revolution has taken root. It is a story of resilience, of justice, and of voices rising loud and clear for climate action.
We've been implementing Voices for Climate Action project, which is supported by Akina Mama wa Africa. And the target area where we're implementing this project is Rufunsa, specifically Chaola and Pochembe area. That's where we're implementing this project. So this project is solely looking at the impact of climate change, how it has affected the many communities in Rufunsa, and how these communities can participate in decision making that ensures that the effect of climate change on their lives, be it agriculture, is actually reduced, or even that the interventions that are being done by the government actually take into consideration the desires of the people at grassroots.
This is the journey of the Voices for Climate Action VCA project, a transformative path toward a more just, inclusive, and climate-resilient future.
This project is basically, building up a pool of farmers, pool of community members who are able to express themselves in terms of the impact of climate change. And so this also takes into consideration even the marginalized people in Rufunsa. So we want to make sure that to have a collection of ideas from the marginalized members of the communities, and this includes the women and the youths and even people that are living with people with disabilities.
Zina yanga ndine Ruth Mangamu, niyimirira kuma persons with disabilities. Vameti chita ise timachita farming, timakoma gardens, tisungako na mbuzi.
We are now involving the disabled people with us in so many meetings, and we're starting identifying them, and we don't need to leave them there. In most of these meetings we call them. As we call them, they participate. Before that, the disabled felt left out because they were not put on board. And now you know that the policies, even if you are doing recruitment, the first priority is given to people with disabilities.
For years, the people of Rufunsa have grappled with the impacts of climate change, unpredictable rains, poor harvests, and food insecurity. But beyond these visible scars lies a deeper issue: the exclusion of communities from the decisions that shape their future.
Iyi project ya VCA yatitandizira njira yakuti itandizira wazimayi kunkhala kusogolo, kunkhala kusogoleri. Chifukwa chakuti mzimayi ngati ankhala kusogoleri, sazawe pali yense kukamba vamene vimuvuta kulingana na climate change.
Pamene tina joina project ya VCA idatitandizira vanapo tipunzisa molimira kuti mufunika kulima kwani kufunika kunkhala kosita chani kosinta kulima kwa gampani vanatipunzisako gampani vanatipunzisako kupanga manyowa monga bokashi ti manyowa ni liquid vanatipunzisako ndiye training amene tinapunzirako nawo, then vanatipunzisako futi kuti tifunika kushanga vishango vosiyana siyana monga nyemba na mbambalanati na nshaba na mapira ya kuyuma yaja yamine ya mapira yafupi yaja.
Timapunzirako na leadership. Mtu wazimayi tifunika kuchita participate mu leadership. So zona kulingana mama natipunzisira vazimayi vambiri like muno mu Rufunsa naona wachita participate mu leadership, then vakwanisa no yimirira anzawo kukambirako vanza kuenda maoffices kudhara tezoyopa vazimai kuenda maoffices. This time tikwanisa timaendero kwa DC kuja takambirako vanzatu.
Timankhala tinaise ma persons with disabilities kupanga kuma decisions naise pamozi na leaders vatu. So nija kuti tingati mwankhala na ma meetings vija naimwe mwakambako ma decision yanu yamene mufuna yamene muona imwe ma persons with disabilities na leaders yako yamene yamananikani amene ationerera muno mwatu like vakansela va DC.
The women in participation has been wonderful nowadays. Before it was difficult. They felt they are left out. But after the Maputo, the Beijing, and even the participation of women in the politics, you have seen it rising. We've got councillors who are youths, who are women. We've got even other headmen who are now women.
From supporting farmer-managed seed systems to reviving indigenous knowledge, the VCA project nurtured climate-resilient food systems rooted in local reality.
And so at the moment you find that so certain solutions have been identified, obviously, that address the impact of climate change. And this includes seed multiplication of indigenous seeds. These are the seeds that obviously help them in the times of when you have drought. You find that most of them have actually testified that farmer-managed seed system or indigenous seeds help. They are actually more tolerant in terms of drought. And so those are some of the local solutions at grassroots level. Not only that, we have the farmers now are implementing agroecological practices which help them also in times of drought. You find that the application of manure, bokashi, these are the things that are able to house moisture and keep moisture in the soils. And so over time, you find that those farmers that have been practicing agroecological practices tend to actually achieve very good yields as compared to those that are not practicing agroecological practices. And so even going forward, the future really is to ensure that these practices continue so that farmers are more resilient at grassroots level.
Indiye loko city. Wanaicho sa kusidi banki wa CTDT ndiye wanatiletera imbeu. So tiyamikira pali wa CTDT pali iguru yamene wanaleta kuno kumfusa. Awe tiyamikira kuti mbeu yenze inasowa tankhala nayo yabwerera.
Va CTDT wanatipunzisa kuti tenti zilima. For example nzakamba kulitumilisi ukapya wangu vyo tumapya fast mukalima tuja olomvula yachepa but tuleve tuzapya muzalima tuchiwawa muzalima derere vambiri vilimo muja kulikaupizi muzalima muzapika muzaja na vana pa nyumba
ku VCA timapunzirako kusiyanisa kali kuchita kalimidwe kusiyanisa kusinta vintu vya volima kuchinjako mbeu. So kuchinja mbeu kwa maana tiponisa yatitako at least ndaonako na climate change yapwera kushika cho mapunzira ku VCA. Timali makubishango bosiyana so vijoti romvula yachepa timakwanisa ukorola.
Through advocacy rooted in lived experiences, Rufunsa communities began shaping policies on climate resilience, agroecology, and inclusive planning. Their message was clear: no policy is just unless it includes the people it affects.
One thing that has also come out from this project is the next grant facility, which has, in this project, 2 groups at least were awarded that facility. This is a facility which is meant to kind of cushion the effect of climate change upon our farmers. So a grant has been given to them to facilitate the establishment of irrigation system so that they can have an all-year production. They are able to have all-year production. And as we all know, one area that is very vivid in terms of the impact of climate change is the lack of access to water. And so that facility will now enable the farmers to be able to produce to have their production throughout the year, which obviously will improve their livelihoods.
Awe ine vamene ningakambe chabe paningotokoza chabe kuli va CDTD pali vamene vatichitira pa nzeru zamene vatipasa ningotokoza chabe chifukwa tenzo ziwapo na vili vonse pamene tinabwata ngenamo mwawe tapunzira vintu vambiri.
From Rufunsa to the world, climate justice is not a dream. It is here, it is now, and it begins with us.